Beards. Those facial rugs are adored and something men aspire for the world over. Whether it's to display your faith, as a fashion statement, or as a bowl for your ramen noodles. Beards, they're pretty cool. My name is Adam at the Facial Fuzz, and I'll be taking you through 10 things you might not know about beards. Number 10. Beards fight against bacteria and infections. Despite a study in May 2015 claiming that beards are melting pots of harmful bacteria including fecal matter, you can throw your hands up and rejoice, as this study is disproven by a more comprehensive study published in the Journal of Hospital Infection. A team of researchers compared bacteria levels in bearded employees to their clean-shaven counterparts by examining swabs taken from 408 male hospital workers, which revealed that clean-shaven men were 3 times more likely than bearded men to carry harmful bacteria on their faces. Their findings are another reason why men should flaunt their facial hair. Next up, it's number 9. Facial hair is said to grow faster during the summer. This may be linked to the vitamin D from the sun's rays, as beards have been shown to grow faster during daylight hours. So step out of the shadows and into the sun and sweat your way to a great beard. Number 8. Beards reduce your risk of skin cancer by shading your face from the sun. Beards protect your skin by reducing your exposure to harmful ultraviolet rays up to 95% depending on the length of your beard and at the angle of which your hair grows. Just be sure you don't shave it all off after your summer holiday, else you might be left with some very interesting tan lines. Number 7. Beards grow approximately 0.5 inches a month, with an average yearly growth of 5.5 inches, which really shows the level of patience required by Norwegian Hans Langseth, whose beard stretched to an impressive 5.33 metres or 17.5 feet when measured way back in 1927. This means it would take approximately 31 years for the average person to grow this monster of a beard. Though he's sadly no longer alive, we can marvel at his amazing achievement. His beard was donated to the Department of Anthropology at the Smithsonian Institute in 1967, 40 years after his death. Number 6. Attitudes towards beards have changed throughout history. In the past, beards, or in some cases their absence, have been viewed as signs of power, masculinity, strength and even godliness. Back in the mid-19th century in Britain, a lack of beards was seen as a sign of effeminacy. This led to the political elite being noticeably bearded. Nearly all politicians had beards due to the perception of masculinity that they perpetuated. Just 100 years before, however, being clean-shaven was seen as the height of manly sophistication. One of 2 reasons facial hair became so popular in the Victorian times was the Crimean War. Large numbers of soldiers returned home in the mid-19th century with moustaches and beards they'd grown to keep out the cold. The expansion of the British Empire also helped. Letters from British officers serving in India showed them begging their superiors to allow them to grow beards so the locals would stop laughing at them. That brings us to number 5. Women can grow beards. Hirsutism is a condition causing excessive body hair on parts of the body where hair is normally absent or minimal, including the beard area. This can be caused by increased male hormones known as androgens, usually due to the condition called polycystic ovary syndrome. Another cause can be an oversensitivity of hair follicles to androgens. Don't worry though ladies, treatments do exist, with many doctors prescribing anti-androgens or sufferers opting for laser hair removal. There are some brave women who rock their beards with pride, defying conventional social norms. Number 4. There are people that fear beards. These strange misguided people suffer from a condition known as pognophobia, whose fear can exhibit itself in many different ways, from nausea, strong feelings of dread and even an irregular heartbeat. Thankfully, there is the other end of the spectrum full of sane people who have what's known as pogonophilia, meaning that they actually love beards. Sounds like my kinds of people. Number 3. Beards can be transplanted. As a response to beards becoming fashionable, beard transplants have increased in popularity by almost 600%. With 33% of Americans and 55% of the world's male population able to grow beards, it seems like this procedure is due to become more and more popular. Typically offered at hair restoration clinics, surgeons extract follicles, usually from the back of your head, and organise them back on your face. Hair falls out 2 weeks after and grows back around 3 to 4 months later. Before you go raiding your piggy bank, be aware that they come with a hefty price tag, with a full beard transplant costing up to £7,000 in the UK. Nearly there now guys, it's number 2. It's not all about testosterone. If beard growth was a film, testosterone would be wrongly cast in the lead role. There is a far superior androgen called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT for short, which is between 3 to 10 times stronger than testosterone. It is converted from testosterone by an enzyme known as 5-alpha reductase that converts around 5% of free testosterone every month into DHT. During puberty, a boy's body begins to produce DHT, which aids in the development of secondary sex characteristics. This increase in DHT travels through the body, turning vellus hairs, which are translucent hairs that usually don't grow past 1 mm in length, into terminal hairs, thick and coarse mature hairs. It does this by binding to what are known as androgen receptors in the follicle. Whilst DHT is known to be the main androgen responsible for facial hair growth, DHT is also one of the main contributing factors to men suffering male pattern baldness, a condition which miniaturizes scalp follicles and is caused by genetic sensitivity to normal levels of this hormone, which is why more often than not, balding men grow thicker, fuller facial hair. So whilst testosterone might get all the awards, it's DHT that's the real star of the show. And finally, what you've been waiting for, number 1. Minoxidil can grow beards. Minoxidil is the active ingredient found in products like Rogaine. The topical drug has been used for decades to help men who suffer from androgenic alopecia, also known as male pattern baldness, and has been proven to help follically challenged men grow beards. A clinical trial conducted by the Department of Dermatology at the School of Anti-Aging and Regenerative Medicine in Thailand found that whilst the exact mechanism of minoxidil in promoting hair growth is still unclear, it was able to conclude that minoxidil 3% lotion is effective and safe for beard enhancement. In support of that, there is mounting anecdotal evidence of people using minoxidil to grow beards who otherwise wouldn't have, and I'm one of them. So feel free to check out my progress on my Facial Fuzz Fridays playlist. Other vloggers can be found on thebeardspot.com and the Minox Beard Spot on Facebook. The product is yet to receive FDA approval for beard growth, and so use of such a product should be approached with caution and seen as a last-ditch attempt when genetics haven't blessed you. And there you have it guys, 10 things you might not have known about beards. Please make sure that you like this video and subscribe to this channel for more countdown videos like these and other videos as well. Look, there's some of them now.